My name's Paul Giese. I'm the founder of In the Black Consulting, a firm that helps organizations move their data to NetSuite as part of the implementation process. Prior to going out on my own, I was the accounting manager at Surface Oncology, where I led their NetSuite implementation and also was part of the team during their IPO. In NetSuite, it's very flexible and you can change things later down the road as your company advances, especially if your organization is, you're a preclinical organization and things are growing rapidly and you're making hires you're not exactly sure where you're going. I think keeping things as simple as possible is incredibly helpful, and it gives you more flexibility down the road rather than, I think it's easier to add things later versus trying to take things away from the start. So I think that's one big thing. I think the other thing is just making sure that the partner, the implementation partner that you work with is familiar with your industry. I think having seen implementations where the partner isn't necessarily familiar with the biotech, you spend a lot of time explaining how the industry works. And I think that when there are partners who are out there like Sikich, who've done so many biotech implementations, it's just really wise to make sure that they know what you're talking about and they know what you're going through as a team and where you're going, so that your system structure is set up such that you're really going to thrive in a couple years. Yeah, I would definitely start with asking in your network, what are the tools, what are the partners, who are the people that you worked with that did the process well, who are maybe a year or two ahead of where your company is in their development. I think what Phil said about asking stakeholders, you don't know what you don't know, right? And so I think asking other people who are maybe further along can help answer those questions. And I think that helps get the buy-in when you're selling to the CEO or the CFO as to why should we use NetSuite? If you can say, hey, company A, B, and C have all done it, they're just like us, and they use this partner. I think that just helps give people a lot of comfort knowing hey, we're working with legitimate people and other companies have used this partner or used this ERP tool. I think the other component is making sure, if you're, when you're selecting a partner, just making sure that they have industry specific experience, with not with an ERP implementation, but with another implementation I did, when you ask questions like, hey, what do other people in our industry do? And the implementation team kind of looks at you with a blank face. That's not a comfortable place to be in when you're leading the implementation. So you really want to make sure that the partner is familiar and they know exactly where you're going as a company, and they're familiar with the industry, whether it's biotech or telecommunications or a SaaS company, whatever. Those two pieces of information are just so critical to having a successful implementation.